is finally upon us. October chill is here. Pumpkin spice is obviously in the air, and Halloween is right around the corner, 19 days away. And every game is starting to get into its rhythm with the holiday events. Fortnitemares is already rolling with Michael Myers coming to the game. The Haunted starts in Call of Duty with Ashley J. Williams showing up, of course, on October 17th. And then October 18th, Haunted by Daylight, the annual Dead by Daylight event occurs, and lots of stuff is going on. So that brings the question is, what will our friends at Texas Chainsaw do for Halloween? But before we break that all down, welcome back, Daddies and Ghost Beaters. I am Old Head Gaming if you're new to the channel. Of course, if you want to keep up on all the latest horror information, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell for all horror-related videos. And of course, we're talking about Texas Chainsaw. Now, the question is, are they going to be on Path A, which is basically doing their own Halloween theme or Halloween event like the other games are doing, or are they going to be on Path B like Evil Dead, the game where we don't really see anything? And I remember making a video very similar to this about a year ago to the day where we're talking about would Evil Dead, the game, celebrate Halloween? And they didn't. They did nothing. They dropped the last part of the season pass, which brought the blacksmith, which was just an odd fit. And there was one Halloween skin, and that was that demonic S-Smart skin for AOD, and that was it. And we all kind of felt like, wow, they really didn't care. And it turned out they didn't, because it just got worse from there. But Texas Chainsaw has a chance to avoid being like that, and they could go a completely different way. Now, I am a little worried by the fact that they try to stick so closely to what is the feel of the game. What would be in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre world. So, like, let's be honest, I don't see Leatherface decorating the maps for the holidays because that wouldn't be in the feel, even though it would be great to be hiding behind giant pumpkins or, you know, crawling through hay bales that are set out. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff they could really do with the maps that we have already just to make it so much better. But I'm a little worried that this is not the way they plan to go. Now, we already know the fact that the Greg Nicotero skin is going to be dropping. That premium bundle for $16 is going to be coming in October, and that's all we really know. We know they've kind of moved away from doing weekly updates that are kind of fixing things, even though some of those fixes have been janky at best, and they're now focused on getting some content out to make money. Now, the good news is they did list this. And as you can see here at the bottom, it says maps and etc. are free. This does not mean they won't do free events. And this is an interesting fact that I never really thought about until I was working on this video, is that etc. could be very well free cosmetic recolors for holiday events. They could suddenly make, you know, scarecrow outfits for everyone or something really cool that they could do. We could see killers actually get cosmetics that you just play by unlocking during an event for the holidays, and they don't have to charge for them. They can make them free like you do in Dead by Daylight. And that is a really good way to give back to the community that is, I'm not gonna say shaky, but is definitely dwindling. And it gives you a way to fire things up, because that's what holiday events do. They fire up the community, they give you a reason to play, even if you've lapsed for a bit. Because I know for myself, there's times where I don't feel like playing a game, but when a good holiday event's there, and you get some limited time cosmetic, I show up and play it and enjoy the hell out of it. And maybe I stay for a little bit longer, maybe I buy some extra stuff, and maybe that free event turns into them making actual money. Now, of course, they could just simply drop some DLC, which is something I am really worried about. Now, of course, we know the Nicotero bundle, we already talked about that, is coming, but if the only thing they do is drop that premium bundle for October, it'll be a huge miss. And I know what people are probably going to say. They're going to say, Old Head, the game has only been out since August 18th. That is true. But it didn't stop Ghostbusters last year from celebrating, or this year for a matter of fact. So Ilphonic came out on October 18th with Ghostbusters Spirit Unleashed, and by the 20th, they had already remodeled the entire fire station for Halloween. They added some additional cosmetics you could get, some holiday-based quests, and that is what we need. We need a reason to fire up when it comes to Texas Chainsaw. And if they only drop, say, Nancy, Danny, a map, and the Nicotero skin and say, could we have $40, please? I don't think people are gonna be as fired up about it. And here's the thing with horror games and the horror genre in general. October is our mecca. It's where we go. It's where we're ready to just dig in our teeth to anything horror related that we love. And for those of you who love Texas Chainsaw, this is the prime time to actually make this work. And if they just miss this, I'm a little bit leery for the future of the game. And I will say this, holiday events are absolutely mandatory for live service games, and that's what they clearly want to be with the pricing they have put out on all future content. And if they miss this, it's a bad sign. I don't want to be doom and gloom guy, because I don't think we're there. I don't think it's anywhere near there, to be honest with you. I think this game still has quite a lot of life in it. But if it's something they're going to ignore as holiday events, it is going to dwindle the player base over time. And that is a legitimate concern I have about this, and I really hope that they reach out, put something awesome out for Halloween, put something awesome out from Christmas, put something awesome out for Easter, because holiday events are a big part of live service. And I hope to God that Gunn is not planning to walk down the same path that Saber did, because that is what kills games, and we don't want another ASIM falling flat in less than a year. But they have a prime opportunity to do some really cool stuff. They gave away free skins at the beginning by just playing the game, and they can do that in holiday events as well. And it would make for a really cool capability. And they don't even have to make them limited time. They could just add them as long as you log in. You can play X amount of matches and unlock them. I know there's that issue you have with, say, I want to unlock the Connie skin, but you can't get Connie because no one will let you play her. At least they can deal with that, with this horrible problems we're having with lobbies, that if you at least log in during the event time, you can then play your matches over X amount of time beyond the event to unlock them, because there is some issues going on with that, and you're seeing that in lobby drop, and I don't want that to increase lobby drop because it's already a really, really bad issue. I hope that this video turns out to be right, and they do come through with something, and they do more than just sell content during the holidays, because it is the biggest time of the year for horror fans. It is where we all open our wallet and say, give me all the horror-y goodness. I want it all. And I want Gunn to follow in those footsteps instead of walking down the path that Saber has unfortunately burned and scorched on its way to destroying Evil Dead the game. Let me know what you think in the comments below, though. Do you think we're going to see any kind of holiday event other than just the Nicotero bundle? Or do you think this is maybe a bad omen? I want to know what you're thinking. Let me know in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching, and later, mates.